Welcome back to our channel. Today, we'll be watching a video of the moment Ukraine's latest Javelin missile destroyed Russia's best armored vehicle. Ukrainian forces in the eastern Donetsk region need more Javelin anti-tank weapons. A Ukrainian brigade said after one of its soldiers knocked out several Russian armored vehicles in a single attack on one of the most contested frontline areas. The United States has supplied Ukraine with a large number of FGM-148 Javelin anti-tank missiles. An estimated 8,000 Javelins have arrived in Ukraine, many of which have been used against Russia's best armored vehicles, and most have been used with high success. According to Military Today, the FGM-148 Javelin is a man-portable anti-tank missile that the United States introduced to replace the M47 Dragon. Of course, it has undergone many improvements since its inception, and soon, we may receive another significant upgrade. The FGM-148 Javelin is currently one of the most advanced man-portable anti-tank missile systems in the world. It can destroy all current main battle tanks and target low-flying helicopters. The Javelin is a fire-and-forget weapon carried by humans. The missile can be fired from the shoulder, but can also be mounted on tripods or tracked armored vehicles. Currently, the M3 Bradley Cavalry Fighting Vehicle can use Javelin missiles instead of TOW missiles. The Javelin missile has a soft launch capability. In the first stage of the launch, the missile is propelled forward about 20 meters through a small gas tube located at the rear of the missile. When the missile is ejected from the carrier, the main engine ignites. This feature makes it very suitable for use in urban environments and confined areas, such as buildings, without any risk to the shooter. The Javelin has proven to be a very effective weapon. Ukraine has used hundreds of these missiles against Russian armored targets. At one point, the Pentagon reported that out of 112 Ukrainian Javelin missiles launched, 100 hit their targets. That's an 89% chance. The missile has proven to be very effective against even the heaviest Russian main battle tanks, such as the T-80 BVM, T-90, and T-72 B3. The Javelin has proven to be a one-hit, one-kill weapon against even the most powerful enemy tanks. According to the Military Aerospace Electronics website, one of the best U.S. companies, Raytheon Technologies, has signed a contract to develop and supply a new electro-optical guidance system for the Javelin anti-tank missile. This system will enable the missile to accurately hit armored targets, even in difficult terrain. For example, when the target is surrounded by debris, burning objects, and other objects that cover it from the missile. Raytheon will produce 4,000 electro-optical guidance systems for this type of missile for use by U.S. and allied forces. This is a remarkable improvement, although various generations of Javelins have advanced guidance systems that are quite impressive in terms of accuracy. The new system uses not only thermal imaging, but also visible light. In other words, the Javelin missile will track not only the heat emitted by a tank or other armored target, but also its shape as seen in the camera lens. The improved system will allow the missile to better distinguish targets from the cluttered background. The system will also use a laser rangefinder, which will increase the accuracy of the projectile. Finally, Raytheon will also increase the lifespan of the Javelin missile, which will reduce the cost of the weapon. The electro-optical control system consists of two main components, a sighting device and a control unit. The targeting system is mounted on the launcher and allows the operator to detect and lock onto a target. Meanwhile, the internal control unit is mounted on the missile's warhead and can track the target independently after launch. These two components must work together so that the soldier can find and lock onto the target. Javelin missile automatically tracks and engages the target in real time. The missile is very expensive, costing nearly $250,000 per missile, meaning any mistakes would be a huge waste. Currently, Javelin missiles find targets based on their thermal signature, but tanks are not always the hottest objects in the area. Additionally, the IR targeting system can be fooled by smoke or difficult terrain. Since the start of the war, Ukraine has used Javelin missiles to destroy Russian armored vehicles, including main battle tanks. This type of man-portable launcher system began flowing into Ukraine even before the invasion. In addition to the Javelin, Ukraine has its own anti-tank missile that is no less powerful than the Javelin FGM-148, namely the Stugna-P anti-tank missile. Quoted from the Military Today page, Stugna-P is a Ukrainian portable anti-tank missile developed by the Luch Design Bureau. The launcher was adopted by the Ukrainian Armed Forces in 2011. In 2019, about 50 launchers had been delivered to the Ukrainian military, with about 50 more launchers still in the ordering stage. During the Russian invasion of Ukraine in 2022, the Stugna-P was widely used against Russian armored vehicles. Many Russian tanks were destroyed by the missile. The Stugna-P is recommended as a very capable weapon. In 2023, Ukraine will significantly increase production of the system. The missile has a range of up to 5 kilometers and carries a powerful warhead. This system provides two types of missiles, namely the RK-2S and RK-2OF. The RK-2S is an anti-tank missile with a tandem heat warhead. This missile is capable of penetrating 800 pounds of reactive armor. Operational use shows that the Stugna-P can easily destroy the latest and best protected Russian tanks, such as the T-72, B-3, T-80U, T-80BVM, and T-90. Ukraine even uses Stugna-P missiles to destroy Russian helicopters, both stationary on the ground and low-flying in the air. There is also the RK-2OF missile with a HE-frag warhead, which is effective against light and unarmored vehicles, buildings, and field fortifications.